So hi friends, today we will talk about freezing or cryopreservation in fertility. So आज science बहुत advance कर गई है and we can actually freeze our gametes. So we will briefly talk about how it helps us and how actually we can use this technology to our advantage. Okay, so first we'll talk about my favorite, which is egg freezing. So nowadays a lot of us the young generation of girls don't want to get married late, want to get their careers in place, are not finding the right guy, are not able to sustain marriages, so there are high divorce rates because of whatever reasons. Our fertility gets, when we want to plan our baby, gets delayed. We feel, okay, I don't want to get baby as early 20s, mid 20s, like our parents used to or our ancestors used to, but we want to delay it. Yet we want to be mentally free that, okay, I can conceive later on, because our peers keep telling us the more delay there is in your in your conception and in your becoming parents, the more difficult it will be. So actually it's a very lucrative option for us young girls. It's the biggest fixed deposit that we can do for ourselves, that is to freeze our eggs. It's a great thing to do because mentally also one gets a little tension free that you've preserved your fertility for the future, and it's not economically so big. I feel it's like a small fixed deposit we can do as women to actually give ourselves so much reassurance for the future. And when we plan as and when we can actually use those eggs to make babies. A lot of women also undergo cancer treatment in the early age these days, whether it's ovarian cancer, endometrial cancer, breast cancer. So before any kind of chemotherapy or any kind of toxic treatments, it's advised, and it's a very good thing to actually consider this option, because again, because of advancement in treatments, these cancers also get cured very often. But what happens is, when we are back to normal life, when we want to continue our family, make our family, at that time then we feel, oh my god, what did I do at that time? Why didn't I think of this option? So again, my appeal to all the patients, all the young girls, in fact all the oncologists out there, to really counsel their patients and really give them this one option, which is very lucrative and very readily available in fertility centers. The second thing, of course, is sperm preservation or the semen preservation. Semen preservation again can be done in young men. Many very, very often we get these patients of testicular cancers. I mean, it's very, very disheartening, but as early as 18-19-year-old men are coming to us, young adults are coming to us with these cancers, with different kind of gastrointestinal cancers as well, who want to preserve their fertility because they're going to undergo toxic chemotherapy or their radiation. So again, a very good thing in which which they can consider. In fact, some occupational hazards, some patients, some men working in mines or working under very extreme of temperatures, even they have realized that there is a high chance of azoospermia in these kind of patients. So it's a good thing to actually preserve a few samples of yours, so that mentally you are at ease, and there is no risk that you are running in terms of your fertility. The other options, of course, embryo freezing is done very commonly in all IVF centers, and embryo freezing also has many indications. The most common being, of course, either that we don't want to transfer in the same cycle, so we preserve these embryos, or also some people do it for their future babies. Like they feel, okay, fine, one IVF I have done, I have conceived, I have my baby, but I want to preserve some embryos for my later stage. If I want to have a baby, a few years later, I can't afford it right now, or I don't want to do it right now, or whatever it is. Some young couples, again, who are working, career oriented, they feel that, they're not as settled to actually nurture babies right now, but their age is obviously advancing. They freeze their embryos and keep them, and then they say, okay, fine, 1, 2, 3 years later, when we feel ready, we feel secure to have a baby, to give the baby time, we'll actually have babies then. So my only idea of this video today is to actually just bring that awareness that cryopreservation and freezing of gametes is a very successful technology in today's day and age, and we all can use it to our advantage. Like how we are using technology in different phones, like different ways, like whether it's our iPhones or after COVID, everything is happening online. There's so much advancement in technology, so even medical science has advanced, so even that we must use to our advantage, because it is very disheartening when these girls or these people come after they have crossed the, you know, they have crossed the bridge. They say, oh my god, I'm 37, 38 now, and now my eggs are exhausted, or now I have got azoospermia, I have no sperms left. So, you know, it's like, because technology is there, we can actually take advantage of that and take steps beforehand, rather than waiting for things to go out of our hand and then you know, then think what to do. We are all educated, you know, in India. I mean, I really feel that we need to have this awareness that if we do want that, if we do have a desire in the longer run to become parents, and we feel we are running any of these risks, it's a great idea to actually you know, get your semen, your eggs, your embryos frozen. So that was all for today. Thank you very much.